Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will be reading The Last Human Evacuated from Earth Pressed Reset on the Shield One Last Time, made by u/Frosty Sand 8458. Thanks for the writer's permission. The link for the story is in the description and I hope you'll enjoy. Let's begin. Ethan Dorflein was his name, we knew that much. We also knew he was randomly selected from a population of humans numbered in the hundreds of billions from across 46 planets and sent to their capital planet Earth as the steward of the reset. At the time, we understood this to be a millennia-old religious order. You see, what they would do, those humans, is take a random person and make them press a reset button every 30 of their small time units non-stop for an Earth year. They made a whole big thing of it, alarms and guards and speeches about peace from diplomatic types, and when one of the resetters left service, they were set for life, so long as they never ever talked about what exactly they were resetting. We assumed the secret was actually such a big deal because they themselves had forgotten over the thousands of years they had been doing it. They already had their reset religious cult in place before our societies had ever met them. We traded with them often. They understood a good deal was good for both parties and were easy to work with, and would typically bend over backwards to correct a wrongdoing. As a species, I would call them about middle of the road to trade with. They had good stuff, but they weren't stupid and knew what it was worth. The only real point of contention was an area of their space that would be perfect to clear for a jump location that they would never let anyone develop. They themselves didn't even use it because of their goofball religious ideas. Sacred space, they said. Fucking liars. They knew what was in there. We always wondered what they did with all of the energy they generated. They were the only FTL species that didn't have an excess of free energy. Well, as it goes, a new species showed up about 140 Earth years ago and had to show everyone they were the toughest kids in known space. No big deal, right? They show up, get beat, and then start trading. Only thing is these new guys were kinda right about being the toughest in known space. Whole planets fell. One civilization was reduced to history books about how they were the first destroyed multi-planet civilization ever. Well, anyway, on our side of known space there was only one planet between Earth and the new invaders, and when they took that planet, the humans evacuated Earth and took their cult reset nonsense with them. 30 Earth minutes later, we learned the truth about humanity. All of their technology is based on war, combat, killing. That is how they advance. You have a bit of human tech in you, you know, the little device in your chest that stops you from having seizures. That is human tech they developed 22,000 Earth years ago. They developed it to make a gun more accurate. When they decided to advance beyond war as a society, they didn't want their technology to stop. So they locked 3 of their planets in a shielded ball. Almost all of their energy went to maintain that shield. They let those planets fight and observed, stealing whatever tech they could from themselves. But they never forgot themselves. The shield had to be maintained. The reset cult had exactly one location, and when they left that location, the reset stopped, and the shield came down. The first humans from within the shield the Corparians fought were in a scout ship, refined and designed from 16,000 years of combat experience and crewed by soldiers who had been genetically modified so long ago they were unaware humans could die of natural causes. And the youngest of which had 640 years of combat experience. Anyway, that is why we measure distance with the size of a human foot. That was the end of the story. Thank you so very much to Commodore Goat for supporting me on Patreon, and thank you all for listening. I'm glad to still have you here. This one was short, but nice in my opinion. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you have stuck around, go and show your appreciation to the writer on HFY. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.